Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Hey now, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Man, we're back at it like we're mad at it. Welcome to the Nothing But Basketball Show. Hump day for some folks, but it's a day we talk about the NBA, what's going on. NBA finals right around the corner, man. Hope y'all having a great week. Hope you had a good 3-day weekend. But, man, we back at it like we're mad at it. Let's get the crew up in here to do a damn thing. Right off the top, got to bring my man from the Northeast back in effect, full flesh, and all that quest. My man, Big Two. What's up, man?
Oh, it's hump day. Enough for a basketball show. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. You know, this is the party. I told y'all there was going to be a party last night. This is a party tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? To celebrate, you know, the last team that ranked it up in Cancun today, man. The last suite has been taken. You know, as we hit the NBA Finals tomorrow night. And I'm so happy. Besides my birthdays and holidays, the best days are when the Celtics lose on important days. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how I'm going to start tonight. I've been waiting all week. All week. But before we continue, though, I want to know how he feels. Like, he knows his team for the last, decade and a half, been sniffing it. I guess they got to stink because they ain't getting it done. So we going to bring my guy in, man, because we need some insight. My man, Chili Will in the building. What's the word with you? What is the word with you?
Brand. Yo, go Heat. No, son, nah, never that. Nah, never that. Look, man, they fought, but they had a heart, man. I was saying that before the whole situation. We talked about that going in, they lacking heart. They letting things happen that shouldn't be happening, and yeah, so it is what it is, man. We took an L. It's fun. I had just so much fun when you Lakers got bounced.
Yeah, man, definitely had.
Yo, what? See, what's something is you get to have a bigger party than I had because when your Lakers got bounced, we were still down 0-3. So I really couldn't say too much shit to you. I had to just take it on the chin and just deal with the shit. But yeah, we ain't in, man. Now the whole state want to trade Jalen. I'm not gonna say I'm not one of them people. My man cannot dribble. He dribbled the ball off his feet like he just got him. I don't understand what's going on, man. Like the whole team Tatum came out first play, he got hurt. That's not how you're supposed to start a game on, man. Just, nobody had heart but D White.
Nobody. And this is just something I've been saying for a long time. And I don't think the Celtics should move on from Jalen. If it's a good price, then hey, it is what it is.
Oh, I'm not saying give him away.
They got to know. Give him away, trade or whatever. Whatever the Celtics fans are talking about, I feel like it has to be people within the roster, not particularly Jalen. We won't name those players right now. You say that for another day. But the Celtics have been here for all these years. We're kind of the same guys. You add a few pieces here and there, but for the most part, you got to change it around in that aspect. If you want to change the stars, then go ahead. You got to change something.
Here's my question, because I got a few people that we all got people we talk ball with and stuff like that. And a couple people talk to me and they tell me they're not Celtics fans. They go, why would you want to move on from one when you've been in the finals once, you've been in the Eastern Conference Finals 3-4 times? Why would you want to move on? Well, so my answer to that is, at what point do you realize that this group ain't getting over the hump?
Yes.
At what point do you got to come to that realization? And when you do come to that realization, you got to make some decisions. Now, I will say this. Jalen is loved in the city in terms of, like, he comes out more than Tatum does. He comes to the hood. He does the things that you would want a player to do. And at this point, I'm like, yo, I love that. I appreciate that. But maybe less time in the streets and more time on the handle. Like, at what point are you not at what point are you not allocating the right time to the game, your part of your game? Look, you don't get paid this amount of millions of dollars to be a philanthropist.
Right.
Unfortunately. And it sucks, but it's unfortunate, but it's the facts of the game. You don't get paid that much to be a philanthropist. So with that being said, it's about time maybe we think about some moves. Now, again, I don't want to just give them away. Here's the other part. I can't stop how Celtics fans act. There's some reasonable ones like myself. There's some maniacs out there. With that being said, he's an emotional dude, and he doesn't like how he's been treated. So by not trading him, you risk him just walking for free. We're not doing the Kyrie thing again. No. So you might just have to trade him.
Not doing that. And last year, I brought it interesting. And brother, I posted it in several groups. I asked, probably not all around his style of play, but kind of how the script's been written so far. Is it like Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce in their day, where it was just like you couldn't get nothing done? I mean, the Celtics obviously at that time didn't get to as many conference finals as this team right here.
Right.
But in terms of just the window and the way the East started competing and teams started getting better, that's more what I'm saying. Like, move them, move one of them, like on some Antoine Walker and Paul Pierce shit. So now the question is coming back to me a bit, because now everybody's screaming, most people, let Jalen go. Go get something for him, But like I said, man, you're going to let this rain into the summer. This guy's terrible loss.
Yeah.
Definitely
White power back to him.
In the game 7 at the crib. You lost at the crib.
You said white power? I didn't.
We can send the white power back to you.
Oh, the white power.
The white power.
White power. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I was like, what happened during the break? Like, we only missed 2 shots.
All these
Celtics be up in here.
All these Celtic maniacs, man, real talk. And we had to start this off with the Celtics because for the fans here, we had to. Because at the end of the day, we can say whatever we want. As Celtics fans, you can say, well, we was down 0-3, you know what I'm saying? And as the haters can say, well, our team this, our team that. But this is the whole moral of the story.
See,
they have not gotten there. They have not gotten there, and I've said this. They need a 20-10 guy. If you want to keep these two, you need a 20-10 guy to at least when these guys are struggling, you can go rely on somebody down there. You can't rely on Robert Williams. You can't rely on Al Horford. You can't rely on Hauser and Mike Muscala. You can't rely on these guys. You can't rely on them.
My counter to that is I do agree to an extent. What I will say is you can live with Robert Williams if he's healthy, if you have a real point guard who can get him the lobs more. Because when he gets a couple of lobs again, like he led our team in field goal percentage. I know he didn't shoot a bunch of shots, but he made like every shot he took basically. So he can get you buckets on the lob and stuff like that, I do think we need somebody else at power forward.
And I'm not even saying Splash Robert.
I would agree. But look, 20 and 10s don't grow on trees. They cost a lot.
People say 20 and 10. Everybody, and I agree with that. But not even a 20 and 10 guy on average a game. There's somebody that you know
that could have randomly do with 20
guys and not doing up. Like it's terrible. And I've been saying it for the last 6 years, Will. And I feel like that's the piece that will get y'all over the top.
And
right
you know what's
now,
funny?
And
you know what's funny? There's probably a guy on the market for that, which is Cat. But we just had a heart problem. That's another guy you don't want to fix that problem. Yeah. That's like the Mavs going out and needing defense and getting Kyrie. Like that's not a thing we can really be doing. That's gonna help us. So yeah, you're right. That wasn't a shot fired at you, just so much as it's a move that does not help.
It's a move that something's gonna have to give, man. I feel like this team's been dead. And people tell me like, well, we're gonna be there. That's the worst phrase, quote in sports. We're gonna be there next year.
That's hilarious coming from a Cowboys fan.
Terrible.
That is hilarious coming from a Cowboys fan.
That is terrible. No. It's one thing to say we're gonna be there. It's one thing to say we're gonna be there next year when you got there last year.
Bro, that's your state motto.
Next year when you got there last year, in sports that never happened. I gotta have that type of luck because we ain't never got there. We haven't got there in 25 years. So I have to say that
we got there in 08. I mean, we ain't been there since 08.
27.
I mean, we've been there, but we ain't. You know what I mean?
But this is the thing.
You mean? Okay, yeah, I get it.
Y'all, they this year. I thought they would be humble. They wasn't humble this year at all.
Because we don't have 25 minutes, I won't continue to call out that hypocrisy. But I feel you. You're right. Like, yeah, it's getting old. Yeah, we definitely got to do better. Our team just got to play better. I think it's easy to blame Joe because he was terrible, Joe Mazzulla. But that ain't the whole problem, man. Like,
but y'all did fight back to a game 7. You can't discount that.
You can't, except for you came out on your home court and got smoked for the game 7. So like which means it tells me it's an effort thing. You had the effort and the energy to get up for those 3 games straight. But you didn't have it the first 3 games. Then you got it for the next 3 games. And then when the most important game of them all, when you can make history, I came out and shit the bed.
That's fair enough.
Just embarrass yourselves. Embarrass the city. And I know it's not an easy game. Otherwise, everybody would be in the final. Like, I know. And I know Tatum got hurt. But, like, I think that's why it's going to be, if Jalen thought the fans were bad to him before this game, it's gonna get real bad for him because this is the last
step up.
At least other games, if he had a bad game or something, all right, next game he maybe get to erase that. But he got a whole summer to just sit and listen to people talk about 8 turnovers and doing nothing. Like he wasn't just turning the ball over. He was any kind of little bit of a drive that we started trying to make back. He'd come down, fire a terrible 3. He had 8 official turnovers, but he had more like 12 when you think about some of the bad shots he took too. It was hideous, man.
Yeah, they just kept shooting. I'm sitting here like, you got all your guys on the perimeter. I'm just sitting here like, y'all setting yourselves up for failure, man. Setting yourselves up for failure, man. Hey, they'll be there next year.
Also, Bobby, I owe you like 5 minutes, but I forgot what it was about. I'm pretty sure it was about Eminem, so I ain't gonna give you that. You just get half a ball. Get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
Well, yeah, let's get into these topics, man.
We talked about, both of the conference finals a little bit, Boston a little bit more than the Lakers, but we do have a big game, a big matchup coming up in the NBA Finals. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's the NBA Finals on STWF.
That was the other one. Oh, I love the music, love the energy.
Love the music, bro. No, bring that back for one series, please.
Yeah, for real. We need that.
Give ESPN the rights.
Oh wait, that ain't no more. We can play that shit as long as we want. We ain't gonna
NBC.
They ain't got no rights for that no more.
NBC don't got no rights for that.
Broadcast games anymore.
Nah, they done.
Oh,
they don't.
Oh yeah, we got playing one time.
We got Nuggets versus the Miami Heat.
Going to the NBA Finals.
That's my childhood right there.
Nuggets. Oh my God, the NBA Finals 2023, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna start it off just like this.
Yeah, Bobby, you was
I sit around, Vegas a little bit. So I was looking at the playoffs and the projected, winnings for champions, and it had something that said a champion has never been a champion, and there was some good stakes, man. So it's good to see that potentially one team in this NBA Finals could win the title for the first time. And that's the Denver Nuggets. Played awesome this season. Played awesome in the NBA playoffs. Couldn't say a bad thing about them besides the 2 games they lost to Phoenix. Back at the end of the day, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker had to shoot out the hell out of them to win those games. Shout out to them on that side. And on the other side, the 8 seed was in the playing game. Jimmy Butler offered Coco Gauff tickets.
Jimmy Buckets.
Before one of the playing games. He offered her tickets to the NBA Finals before the first playing game. And he's gotten Miami overall with the rest of his teammates, man. Shout out to Eric Spoelstra to another NBA Final. Their second in 4 years.
You realize we're entering a realm right now. We're entering a zone with this Jimmy Butler guy where it's going to be like MJ, Kobe, and then Jimmy Butler is the next guy we're going to mention in terms of mentality. It's getting out of hand, is all I'm saying. It's getting out of hand.
It's definitely getting out of hand, but real talk, man.
But I respect him. He's a monster.
Before we got to get to Jokic, Big Jokic in a second, man. But
yeah, they might get swept. Like Jokic is not out here.
You talk about these different forwards. The we'll say Giannis, we'll say KD, we'll say LeBron, we'll say Kawhi. You think about all these other forwards, and then Jimmy comes up. Jimmy's kind of like the one that's sitting in the back watching them all perform, and it's like, okay, taking a little bit from you, but I have my mentality. Just imagine if one of those guys had Jimmy Butler's mentality.
They have fingers and hands.
I've said that, I've said that so many times during this playoff that if just Jaylen Brown or even Tatum had Jimmy's mentality, we would have swept every series. Our team is good enough to do that.
Right.
He is crazy on the court, and I love it. I love watching it. I respect the hell out of his game, but we got to be careful. The whole he's Jordan's son shit. Like
and then we got on the other side, man. We got
it is.
Well, Jokic, man. We gonna say he's the people's MVP. He wasn't the MVP this year, but a good thing he wasn't because MVPs don't make the finals. So he's blessed to be here. This is kind of the turn. I didn't want to say it before the Lakers series, but I'm gonna say it now since we lost and we got swept. People are not gonna look at this as, hey, they beat this team, that team. But the significance of the teams that he beat besides Minnesota holds some weight. LeBron at 40, still one of the best in the game. It don't matter how old he is. You beat LeBron in them. You beat Booker and KD when everybody said that trade was, good on the Suns' hand. They might win the championship. Jokic and them stopped them after that 2 years ago 4-0 shit, the sweep. So this is history coming along. You got the great big men, the Tim Duncans, the Shaqs, the Kareem Olajuwons. You got these guys, and now he's elevating himself into the table.
That was always the knock that people had on him is he can't get
over
to the finals.
And I feel like he didn't really have a knock on him like that. But as years go by, you're gonna start getting that knock. And this year kind of simplified it because the Nuggets were a good team.
Yeah.
So like I always say, if we all just sit here and agree this show's gonna be boring. So I'm gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I actually do agree with everything you just said, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate for the hell of it. Minnesota. Not much of a win, but you got to beat somebody in the playoffs. But he beat Minnesota first. All right, cool, got him out. Then he beat a play-in Lakers team. Oh wait, no. Then he beat the Suns, right? The Suns and them without CP3, which we all said it don't matter who they gather on this roster. If CP3 ain't healthy, it's not gonna be it. And also Ayton wasn't healthy as well.
Right.
And then he beat the play-in Lakers, who at the halfway point of the season weren't even a playoff team and are playing with a bunch of new guys. I mean, I'm glad he made the finals.
I'm glad. I'm glad. No,
Well,
I'm glad he did too. But we have to look at it when we look at it.
As
the low market team, and no, I agree with everything you said in that regards too.
Yeah.
But they play who they play.
You gotta. I'm gonna say you gotta be who's in front of you, and they did.
And for years they've been to game 7s, couldn't get it done. Been in situations where they couldn't get it done, and you play a Lakers team, and you think the last time you were in a situation against the Lakers and LeBron and AD, it was a chance to get to the finals, and you didn't get that. And that was a big hurdle to me, I felt, for Jokic to beat them. We knew the Lakers were bad up and down during the season, but just to play.
But it is the Lakers.
In the Western Finals.
It is still the Lakers. They're in the Western Finals. They do have AD who played well. They had D'Lo on the squad. They had a pretty decent bench. Austin Reeves playing out of his mind. And LeBron is still LeBron for the most part. So I do agree. And he swept them. So he didn't struggle with him. He got the brooms out. So
there's nobody that can stop that man. That man right there is balling, man. And
you hear Dame's little conversation today. He said, look, he said, I believe Embiid deserved the MVP this year. He was like, but this dude Joker might be the best player in the league.
Yeah, man. You mentioned me saying last week, man, hey, you stole my trophy. You know what I'm saying? Gave the Kareem Olajuwon one. You know what I'm saying? When David Robinson won in 95. So the series, as much as those two guys that we just mentioned are the key elements some parts of the way, it never ends that way in the finals. What Shaq says, the others have to step up.
The others, yeah.
And both of these teams have gone to the NBA Finals, not only because of their stars, but because of the others. So, guys, panel, what team has the better supporting cast? Go on it.
Yeah, I was going to speak to. Look, Hero's back, but will he be the same? He broke his hand. That's going to be crazy. You got to get him in. That's always tough to do. Shooters, by far, are the ones that are affected most when they are out of rhythm, and you don't have any real practice time or any of that to get in rhythm. Also, he's coming back at the bare minimum time for a broken hand, so don't expect a lot out of Hero. Secondly, look, with the Heat's run was legit. I get what you're saying, Jake, but here's the thing: they also did it in the East. And the East is a lot weaker than the West, so yeah, Nuggets probably gonna beat them. But again, you can't really put Jimmy out of anything. But I just don't know if they can do the same things that they did. Look, what's not gonna happen is you're not gonna have no Jalen or Tatum performances out of Joker and Murray. They're not gonna do that.
Okay. Couple of key factors.
Okay, let's hear this.
First off, I'm looking at it. I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Okay, but
when 2015, when Golden State first started their run, I'm not comparing the team.
Yeah.
But they young, up and coming, who's waiting for them to take that step. They're exciting basketball team.
Yeah.
And they kind of, they ended up beating the Cavaliers in 7 games. But along the way, they beat some pretty decent teams. So I don't want to discount what Denver's done. The biggest thing, I'm going to look at on the other side with Denver, the supporting cast that they got. Yeah, they had more time off, and they handled their business as they should as a number 1 seed. But Murray's healthy now.
Killer.
You got Green balling. You got Porter balling. They were about what? 8, 9, 10 deep across the board now?
D up in the building. KCP's out there balling.
Yes, sir. Former champion.
So Joker got Gordon playing like at a different level. The team is just stacked, man.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if it's gonna be in 5, but I got the Nuggets in 6.
I think at worst 6. I think Jimmy can get you. I think Jimmy can steal you a game possibly.
Yes, he can.
And Spo can steal you a game possibly.
Can Bam hold the Joker?
Bam's gonna get fucking masterclass in what not to do or what you can't do against the Joker.
I seen a crazy comment today that basically what we talk about sometimes, the international versus the American game, and how the international guys have been rocking the Americans. But I seen some posts today on some other crazy stuff, basically. That Bam, as the black man, has to stand up for his people and stand up to Joker. Yeah. I was in tears.
Look, I only I will only view that in a comedic sense because we.
No, it was comedic sense. It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. The way it sounded, you know what I'm saying?
Good. No, that as a joke, that's funny. But anywhere else, anything else, we not doing that.
Crazy.
Not on this show.
I got a juicy nugget for y'all. This NBA Finals, for the first time in 33 years since 1990, this is the first time in the finals where the two teams, they don't have someone who made the first team All NBA.
Oh, it's fascinating.
Honestly,
because Jordan and Butler both made second team.
And we're gonna go basically off the limits the way the NBA is gonna start to go next year with people playing this certain amount of games, that certain amount of games, the RBA teams. So we might see a lot of this.
Yeah,
potentially.
Jake, that's a philosophy thing, but there is no right or wrong there. Some teams it does, some teams it doesn't.
Yeah,
I would make the case for a player who's got a little more weight on him, like Joker. The time helps. We've often said that one of his problems is stamina and lasting late in the playoffs. So for this particular team, when their best player, an MVP level player, and possibly the best player in the league, is one of those guys who could use the time, I disagree.
What? Think about my Will. Bring it, Eddie.
No, in the sense of like I said, it's a mixed fruit basket. They might have had.
It's not everybody. I agree. It's not everybody.
What I'm saying? Yeah. And now they might have some sloppy times in game one, or they could be fantastic. The Heat can keep up the momentum, or the Heat can go up.
Or also, right.
Any team does and struggle.
So cool. And on the other side, the Heat can have rhythm, but they just fought through 7 games. They're tired. They're tired.
They're tired. The team's gonna definitely kick in at some point in the series, and the Nuggets definitely got to stomp on them when it does come. Because I'm expect the Heat to be competitive for at least the first 2-3 games. And not only are they tired, they got to go up. They got to go up. You got to go up tempo. You got to go up mile high.
That altitude,
altitude. You know, hey, it's gonna be crazy, man. The Heat fought all year.
I agree.
I agree too.
Hey, Murray Finals MVP. I'm gonna go on a limb,
but they might just give it. If they win, they might just give it to Joker. He'd have to be a bum to not get it. Actually, because they're gonna give it to him because they felt like he should have got the MVP. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna say Michael Porter Jr. gets Finals MVP.
That'd be wild. If Michael Porter Jr. plays well enough, if he gets Finals MVP, it's a sweep. I promise.
I'm gonna go $2 on the person with the. Nah, he probably don't have the highest odds. Probably go like Aaron Gordon or somebody. Real talk, man. Hey. So y'all saying you saying, Coach, you saying Nuggets in 6. Will, you say Nuggets in
6.
6? Ah, man, damn, man. I'm not
gonna go train.
I can't. I true to myself. I gotta stay true to myself. I said team that wins the West is probably gonna win the finals. They're in the finals. The Nuggets are. They're rolling right now. It'll be good to see. And I always show love to the big men. I said the big men game is back. Jokic is in the front of that line.
Yep.
He deserves to be a championship and sit at the table amongst those great big men because he brings something that those big men don't bring. The fact that we think that he's going to be drained and tired the next game, and he's fucking not at all. He's the same motherfucker he was yesterday.
Yep. He's steady.
Impossible.
Hey, look.
Just to say, they had a Subway commercial before he was drafted, and they was on a commercial with the Subway commercial, and not seeing him get drafted. That is the craziest thing, right?
Hey, look, Kerry. Wait, where was Kerry at? And they said, look, I love Murray as much as the next man. Trust me, I wanted Murray instead of Jaylen Brown, and I've never wanted him more than right now. But look, he's a catalyst. He's the X factor, if you want to say. But that team is Joker. They go as far as Joker goes. Yes, they need Murray to play well because every great player needs a second guy to step up. But without Joker, they're not even there. So,
hey man, the NBA Finals tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern time. 7:30 Central. If you're interested in watching these two teams, hopefully it's a good series, man. But if it's 1976 and you don't want to watch it, though it's pre-taped,
you think it's gonna be the lowest rated?
That's
like,
another thing.
In the last decade, like how do we think about the ratings in the last? You think
Maybe
people gonna watch?
Stateside, internationally, I think they're gonna get the ratings.
But was he's Serbian, right?
Mm-hmm.
How big is Serbia, bro? Like,
well,
I mean, I shout for them. Though. I hope they do. I hope
the population of Denver is probably bigger than Serbia.
Probably so, but I'm looking at it from the aspect of the international player. They arrived years ago, but they're here, and as people laugh when Mark Cuban, who's an idiot at times, but
the Dirk thing, he got it right.
He is a smart man when it comes to a lot of stuff. I give him props for that. But he nailed it. He said that the European player will be taking over the NBA. We got to get our young people back in the lab and start working on fundamentals.
Yeah, the game was moving that way. Yeah,
one of the particular things that we mentioned on the show plenty of times, man. And that's no shade to the international guys. Do y'all thing, but this has to be a sign to all nations that we got to start, getting stronger and taking control, man. You know what I'm saying? And switching the gears.
Yeah.
Overall, man, shout out, man. Tomorrow night, man, game 1, NBA Finals. You know the best thing about the finals, even if my Lakers are not playing, that's 86% of the time there's a game that falls on June 4th. And that's the best thing in the world.
Is that your birthday?
That is my birthday. Yes, it is. I'm blessed to be born on June 4th and be able to watch the NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? Having a little get together at the crib Saturday. If I like you, I'll give you the address. If I don't like you, you message me. I'm gonna tell you simply, I don't like you.
No holds barred.
It is what it is, player. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring your own bottle, bring it. Because I'm gonna have mine, and I ain't sharing. It's still COVID in this bitch.
My man Jesse in here. Okay, Jess, I see you, bro.
What's going on? Jesse in the building. Shout out to Jesse.
he said Nuggets 4.
Nuggets smacking Heat 4-0. It's gonna be history made, man. Regardless, man. Pat Riley. He's been in about almost 30% of all the finals that I've heard. 3 as a player. I believe this is 6-1 as a executive. And he had $1 million as a coach.
Facts, me too, Kerry. 100%. Let's get that fantasy football going. Oh, by the way, who was the? I still remember that. Who was the player that he fell asleep during the trade deadline on? Who was it? Who would it have been?
I think a potential Kyle Lowry trade for.
Yeah, but Lowry for who? It was the who?
I think it was Bones. Oh no, I think it was Harlan.
Nah, I think it was somebody better than that. Maybe it was Bones.
I think it was Bones. I think it was a trade with the Clippers for No, the trader. No, what
it would have been the Nuggets because that's where Bones was.
Yeah. And you got to remember the backstory too. You know what I'm saying? The Jokic brothers, we got to watch them every game too. Somebody in Miami might try to get them an uppercut. There might be some TMZ going on. You South Beach, get ready.
Motherfuckers was watching T Moran. Y'all got to watch them boys.
Put on. Oh, man.
Who was it? Who y'all say it was?
I don't. He said Bones, but I forget who it was for. I'm looking right now.
It was Bones Highland.
I feel like we wouldn't have cared if it was Bones.
No, it was guards. It was Kyle Lowry
for
John Wall and Reggie Jackson.
And Wall and Reggie. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, okay.
That's a crazy because that would have gave. I wonder if it'd still be here because I mean Lowry made some plays, but Wall and Reggie's a baller. Like he gets buckets.
He grimy.
So I guess the Lakers will be asking Pat for a ring and Miami wins. No, the team that'll be asking Miami for the ring is the team that they beat in 7 games, and that's the Boston Celtics.
Yeah. So I saw this, and yes, as a Celtics fan, obviously I would do it. The only 2 things that I really worry about is John's behavior and the fact that his knees aren't going to last the way he plays. It's very fun to watch when it's not on your team, but when it's on your team, I'd be worried that like the way he plays, or his knees going to last. Also, the upside obviously is John Morant's amazing, and also you get a contract that's 5 years under $200 million already in. He's already set for that. So that's a much better deal than what you're about to have to hand Jalen if you keep him. So yes, I would do that. The other side of it is, unless Memphis is absolutely fed up with his behavior, why would they do this? They just watch. They know what he is, and they just watch the man crumble on national television in Game 7. So I
crumble like a fresh graham cracker.
Yeah, like just yeah.
Oh man.
Man. Boston don't deserve John Morant, so I'm gonna say no.
Hey, what I always tell you with sport, deserve got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, in this case it does.
No,
they
it
don't deserve to see, they don't deserve to see gun popping, dunker, Vince Carter dunks. They don't deserve to see that in Boston. They don't deserve. They want Al Horford and Mike Muscala. That's who they want.
Yo, my favorite.
Brogdon. That's who they want.
Yo,
so
my favorite trend.
Those are the guys you're gonna get.
My favorite trend right now is gotten a little old, but my favorite trend right now is anybody who goes live. All the comments are like, "Show me a gun." That's all the comments. This shit's hilarious.
Oh man.
No,
they say stop hating, man.
I'm not hating, man. I've been telling you
for
a long time.
D, you know he's hating. We know.
I've been telling people for a long time. Nah, it's not hating. I've been spitting gospel and truth. I've been being real.
Time out. Talk about deserve. Deserve got nothing to do with nothing. If it's talk about deserve, the Lakers didn't even deserve to be where they at. They robbed people at the trade deadline. They robbed people at the trade deadline every year.
Well, I'm the one that told you I didn't want to play for this reason. I told you this because I knew we were going to get over our heads, which we did, and we got swept. I knew this as a fan already. And then it sucked me in. They sucked me in again. I knew that wasn't gonna make the contract, but I have to say it.
Every time I try to leave, something keeps calling me back.
It's crazy, bro. Real. We didn't deserve to be in the playoffs. LeBron is the reason why we was in the playoffs because of his playing stipulation that he wanted. This is the reason why we.
And he hated.
Yep, he wanted no parts of it.
He hated that shit. Now you've been 2 times because it's like that's crazy.
So who would y'all say has probably
been the
best GM in the last 10 years? For NBA
Pressy.
For
me, it's Pressy. I think the man got a gaggle of picks and still has talent on the team. Like all he does is collect picks and players that are decent.
We say GMs.
Yes,
he's one of them.
Well, I'll just say not in particular order, but 3 that come to my mind is obviously Pressy. You have mine. Myers from the Golden State Warriors and Danny Ainge.
Okay. Going. And who's the one who built the Toronto teams? What's his name?
Nazir.
Najir. I forget his name. Whatever. But the one who went from Toronto, I think he's in Philly now.
Okay.
That guy. So those four I say are the best.
So how many rings does Pressy have now?
Oh, that's how you gonna do me, coach?
No, seriously.
Listen, Adam's cooked, dog. Adam's crazy.
It's just the way you worded it. It's not like that was a shot. Like just like Pressy is. How many rings he got?
Pressy's got no rings.
No rings.
We talked about there was a third guy. Who's the third guy that two had mentioned?
Danny
Ainge. He's got one as a GM. We talked about the guy. Got it. Oh,
this is blatant crime right here. This is all this is, right? This is just our neighborhood just fighting each other. So yeah, he got 4. He got 4 rings.
Bob Myers, 2 times NBA Executive of the Year, 4-time NBA champion, and Golden State calls him the architect of an era. He was there for 11 seasons. He got 4 rings in 11 seasons. He's stepping down as president of basketball operations and GM at the conclusion of his contract. So, who do you think fill those big ass shoes? Now,
nobody. You got some shoes that are wet. You got some shoes that are wet because you got Stephen Curry still there, and you got the Omain dynasty. But other than that, that shoe is getting old and wear and tear. So nobody's gonna do the job that Mr. Myers did with this organization. He set them up, and this is what I said. I say this about teams. Like people clown the Lakers and all that, but if you win the championship ring, it expands your franchise for much longer. Though Celtics have a great team for years. They're the first team that started winning championships, yeah. But you need championships to kind of stay in turn relevant. I feel like he set the Warriors up with the success, the money roll, for them to be in Silicon Valley for years, is doing it up. Being the worst team at times in the league.
I got a few questions.
Okay.
One, does Myers get credit for the switch from Jackson to Kerr?
No. Know why I say that?
Why?
Because they did that because based on urban legend, they felt he had too much power in the locker room. It wasn't from a performance standpoint, or he saw this coach can do better than this player. It's because it came out of a power struggle.
Okay, so he don't get credit for the biggest part of why this team is what it is. Now, I can't give him credit for Curry. He lucked out. Minnesota's stupid. You pick Flynn, Johnny Flynn, and I think Rubio. Rubio, I get there was hype, but you had a chance to have both.
Right.
And you picked Johnny Flynn. Okay? So that's on Minnesota. Minnesota could have had the greatest shooter of all time. They chose otherwise. I'll give him credit for the Clay pick. That's a good pick. Not everybody saw that. He wasn't the shooter in college that he became in the NBA. And that means you drafted and cultivated him right. And the Draymond pick only works because of the first two. And the coaching. And then 2 of those rings, are we giving him credit for KD? Because the players did that.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you right now. I like what you're saying. But if we giving props and showing people love all around like Robert Kraft, Myers deserves the same thing. I don't care what he brought in the organization. He's the head of the shop. He's the head of the operation. He's the one that says this can be spent on players and this cannot be spent on players, and this is how we're gonna roll. So I give good praise when it comes to this.
All right. I just had some questions. That's all. Yeah.
No, your questions are valid.
He's great at his job.
Valid as hell.
He's great at his job.
I knew he was kind of going with this, man. You know, it's kind of like the coaching sense. Like you asked the first question about the coach, and I love that because it's like I tell people, like you could be a coach on the team and don't have to do shit because the team's so good.
Okay.
And another thing that I would say about I want to just try one more thing about Mark Jackson because I see Jesse Hernandez saying this. Look, he did help build what in terms of those players were going to be, but they instantly changed what they were once Kerr came along. It was mostly ISO ball before, and though it was great to watch Curry doing what he was doing, ISO ball is also what had that man injured a bunch too.
Yeah.
And also Clay can't ISO. So that wasn't going to go very far. Once they started moving the rock the way they did, that became a much different team. And they started playing way more defense.
So I just took a look real fast. Just who is Bob Myers? So he's originally from the Bears, so he's homegrown there. And he actually was a member of the 1995 UCLA championship team.
That UCLA championship team was fantastic.
I think that's with the O'Bannon brothers, right?
And brothers. Yep.
So he played on that team. Even though he originally went to UCLA to be on the road team, but Steve Lavin talked him into joining the team. Then he gets into college. He coaches for UCLA. He does his thing. But here's what I think helped him out the most. He was a sports agent for 14 years.
So he knows talent.
He knows talent. He had Tariq Evans, Kendrick Perkins, and Brandon Roy. He had 19 clients, and in that time frame, he negotiated contracts totaling more than $575 million.
Got brothers paid.
So he knows the in and out. He knows the player side of it, and he learned the executive side of it.
The negotiation side of it too. Yeah.
Real talk. He definitely knows that. So real talk and be real. And you look at the scheme of the market too, like free agent market and stuff like that. Golden State, they've been able to get a few players in free agency, like Andre Iguodala, Andrew Bogut, stuff like that. They don't really get nobody like that. So I'm kind of happy that Myers was able, at the end of the day, spin to try to win, to keep the people who he trusted can bring you championships, wins, and fame at the end of the day. Because Golden State may never get that. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can go trade and try to go get a big fish right now, but in terms of the actual free agent market, Golden State's never going to be really a hitter in that. I don't feel.
Could be. It's a toss-up. They're getting bigger. They're growing. No,
I feel like in terms of the way they wanted to go is these young guys that they got through drafts and stuff, they build themselves so they have that value there. and they can go get a big fish. Now, if these guys don't flip in that value, if the Jordan Pooles and the Kumingas and them don't flip their value, then their ass smoke. And then Curry gets older, Clay gets older, Draymond, we know the questions of him leaving or not leaving. He's definitely getting older. So that's what I mean. Like, and I like Bob because Bob left them, you know, with having trust in these guys and having trust in them last year, and they actually won again. So now he leaves them, if they go down, leaves them with fame, man. You know, Golden State fans are gonna go there forever. Kind of like fans and teams that win championships, you know, excited for 20 years. My team won. Don't matter. We won 20 years ago. We still won. They're gonna have that feeling, dog, and it's because of that guy right there.
I think the real story here, for me, anyways, is less about who fills the shoes, because whoever comes in, they're gonna pick somebody who's decent. They're not gonna pick a bum.
Right.
It'll be somebody decent, and if he's worth his salt, then he got assets to work with. He's got pieces to trade and move around, and either go for one in the very small window left in Clay and Curry's career, or really start a nice rebuild with plenty of assets to do that with. The real question is, why did Bob leave? Like, why?
It was census during the season that he was going to leave. I'm kind of hearing, I'm hearing New York. I keep hearing New York. I keep hearing the Knicks.
So he's not done. He's just done. He just wanted to be done there.
Yeah, the Knicks got rid of it.
That's fascinating for me. I wonder if there was pushback because he signed Poole for $140 million, and Wiseman didn't work out.
Yeah, that could be.
And Kuminga isn't coming along as fast as they want.
Right. I think he stepped down because he kind of sees where it's going. That's the whole key. I feel like that's what he feels like. And that's no shout to him. He built it. Hey, I'm going to let it go.
He gave up his ticket on the Titanic.
I don't want to be here when it crumbles for real. I don't want to be here.
Is Draymond done?
I think
new GM coming in. He owes him no allegiance. Assuming it's somebody from the outside.
The new GM going to have to choose between Draymond and Poole. I don't think it's going to work. And with that being said, he might actually survive that because Poole's the better asset right now. The contract's harder to trade, but wherever Draymond wants to, he still thinks, see, it don't matter what Draymond is, it's about what he thinks he is. And he's going to press any team.
He still thinks he's number 3 on the team.
He does. And so any team that he goes to, he's going to want to get paid still.
And you got to remember who he signed to, too.
What's his contract right now? When's it up?
Clutch Sports is going to get him paid.
Yeah, so.
For real.
LA?
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Not enough shooters. That's already the problem. Wait, which LA? Clippers, maybe. But the Lakers, it don't work. Because he's essentially a homeless man's LeBron. Like, he needs the ball in his hands to pass. And
watch, they're gonna come for you.
I said homeless.
The LeBron zombies gonna come for you.
It kind of smells LA. It does kind of smell LA in a sense, but I can see him being elsewhere. But he's Draymond. He's gonna make sure he's in the best possible place for himself.
We talked about this before, and I hate every single bit of it. But with the utter lack of heart that my boy's just shown, and with with Horford aging like milk in the sun, like
he is getting coffee, man, curling up.
I hope that they don't see it like that and they don't do that. But it's what we need, but it's not who we. I got nothing. I shouldn't even have said this. I shouldn't have put this in the air.
The universe is listening, bro.
I don't want them to. They don't listen when I ask for millions. Don't listen to this shit.
They'll be afraid to. Hey, I'm gonna just be real. If LeBron's gonna end his career as a Laker, Clutch Sports might as well just pull it all in. Go sign all the Clutch players and put them on the Lakers. Go get him his ass out the trash too.
I think the Lakers are the one team that will look at him and be like, "Yo, if you want to be in LA, $5 million. That's it. That's all we're going. And you can come play here, and you can come off the bench. And when LeBron's out, you can distribute the rock and do that then, and play in clutch moments."
No, I don't think. That's a true fact. If he's getting $27 million, then shit.
He's not coming. He's not going to LA. He's not doing that.
He gonna piss off the Warriors organization and say, "I'm gonna opt in." That shit.
Look, I don't think he'll opt out, but he's delusional. He didn't get. Look, with his ability, he didn't get to where he got by not being delusional. And he may think that he can get more than that. Whether it's true or not is irrelevant.
If we go to the Pistons and we go back home.
Hey, look, Jesse, you said there's no way he'll opt out of $27 million. 2 words: Dennis Schroeder. Mistakes can be made.
Or if somebody said, "Hey, you know what?" Because he's 33 now, somebody could come and say, "You know what?" He may think he can get like a 3 or 4 year contract out of it. That's not only going to cover that, but give him that, some back end money. He may go that route.
Yeah, if he just wants another bag, it would be interesting. We talked about how much talent they have, and a lot of them are super young, and they got to trade some of them because they're not going to be able to pay them all. Maybe a sign and trade deal, or you can't max sign and trade, but sign and trade deals with like the Magic. They're already a scrappy team. You add another dog to that team and get rid of some of that young talent and add a veteran. Look, it's just let them get paid. And they got money. They got plenty of money. But they're about to have to start spending it soon.
Dare say come to death row.
Oh, that's a great rap reference from a rapper too. That's good, my man D. Come to death row. Hey D, who should who's Suge in that equation? I want to know.
Suge LeBron.
We're gonna take a first break for the night. We'll come back and we're gonna do a little WNBA talk. So y'all hold on tight to us. Be back in about 15-20. Appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys on the basketball show.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Masabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them and make sure you check them out.
Our chat is holding it down tonight.
Hey yo, if I'm the Magic, I say no. I don't need a guy on teammate. You don't need Paul Benicero getting knocked out by Draymond. That'll be his exit out the league for real.
They ain't going off tonight.
Hey, look, he can't be punching dudes still on rookie contracts, man. Like,
we can send him to the Pistons, bro.
Yeah,
you can send him back home. You can send him to Detroit.
Yeah, let him beat up on those guys. Let him hook off on Wiseman, who he already don't like.
Or Isaiah Stewart's ass.
So we got to show some love to the women's side of the basketball game. So we got the WNBA power rankings for week 2. I think we did the top 5, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, we did top 5. Top 5.
Well, let's go ahead and get up in that bad boy.
By the way, right quick, I'm gonna tease my next chop up when I do the all samples. That's gonna be one of them because somebody made a rap beat out of that. If you remember,
Really?
Yeah, they did.
I remember that.
That was the Dipset era. I don't know if it was Dipset who did it, but I'm gonna find it.
Absolutely. I mean, giving away them good nuggets, man.
Oh, that's
gonna have some biters out there.
Hey, look, we got team. Hey, they ain't gonna bite it. They ain't gonna do it like we do it.
So coming in at number 5 with a record of 2-2, and with number 3 last week, we got the Washington Mystics. Both the Mystics losses so far are to Connecticut. It was a big week for Elena Del Don, who had 27 points and fall into the sun on Tuesday, and 25 in Washington, 72-69 victory at Chicago on Friday. This was a rough offseason. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just real happy to see Della Don back at it. And healthy.
That's what y'all was talking about, huh?
And healthy. Like there was a point when she came into the league that everybody thought she was like the greatest thing the league had ever seen. and she got derailed by some injuries. She plays well, but injuries affected her. But I'm just happy she's back at it.
Absolutely.
Now, Della Dawn, and one thing about her too, she'll probably be taking off back to backs.
That's fair. That's fine. That's fair. They had a pretty good team. They can survive that.
Yeah, they can keep her healthy right now, man. You know what I'm saying? They got games this week against Dallas.
Save it for the playoffs. Save it for the playoffs.
You got Minnesota Saturday, so you know what I'm saying? You can smooth it in as the season goes on.
Oh, my man dropped it. Damn, we can't. I can't do it. I can't get it. That's the link. He found it. I bet that's what I was talking about.
Okay. Coming in.
Breaking news. Hold on, Jake.
There's no breaking news.
Jake.
It's no breaking news. It's probably something you heard that we heard a couple hours ago.
Take your ass.
It is breaking news, though. Shannon Sharp is leaving undisputed.
Yep.
Is that what this news is?
I don't know if that's the news, but if that's the news, I've heard that before the show started. Shannon Sharp is leaving undisputed. After the NBA Finals, he'll be done.
Now, did he say something? Did he say something? Oh, so he just wanted out.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I knew it had to be this. Yeah, I knew it had to be this. That's the type of shit.
I thought it was J.R. Ryder.
He probably was on it too.
Okay.
You know, JR went everywhere that man went. But look, that's crazy that he bought out. I know we're doing WNBA, but that's crazy he bought out. The writing was on the wall for me when his podcast started just popping the way it was.
Yeah.
Because why do this censored when you can do everything with the same crowd uncensored?
It was a buyout. And I agree with you on that, Will. You know, he's probably gonna make more bread doing that. And he get to pick and choose who he works with. He probably can't stand Skip.
I can't about no bum ass Edie.
Yeah, he got exposed. he got exposed last year. His ass should stay in college and eat that NIL money. He should eat that NIL money for 4 years.
I thought they gonna come out like Tom Brady going to quarterback for the Raiders.
He's unretiring again. Or, you know, LeBron is retiring. I thought it was something like that. It's Zach Edey. It's a basketball show, though.
He's a college basketball fan at the heart.
He is. I give him that.
That's good, though. We got to cover all
this. He forgets about him after they get drafted.
I ain't watching him in the league.
Number love, Jake, man.
Put down, man. Hey, number 4 here on the list, man. WNBA back to the ladies, man. You know, because we love ladies. You know what I'm saying? More than we like dudes. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
Go to sleep, Jake.
Number 4, the New York Liberty, 2-1. They played Seattle last night. You know, that was a rump shaker for them. They played Chicago Friday and Sunday. Only game in the week was a 65-81 victory over Connecticut. The Liberty trailed at halftime, but took over the third with Stuart Van Sloot and Sabrina Gospel finished with double-digit point totals. Yeah, I told you that 3 right there is crazy.
Nasty.
All around. You will see what kind of show Stuart, who already put on a 45-point game. She was in Seattle last night for her homecoming. It was lovely. They treated her with the utmost respect, you know, as they should, as she's a legend of the Seattle Storm. And for the Liberty, man, they're gonna hit a part of their schedule, man, where it's gonna look kind of easy on nights. Where, I mean, sometimes they'll be down early, but I mean, that offense, you're in the game all the time. Number 3, and they're 3-2 after last night. But they started the week 3-1, and that's Chicago Sky. Lost the game to the Dream last night. The Dream dunked on them last night. Personnel losses during the offseason, you know, has been well chronicled for this team. But despite all that, they've been hooping. They've been balling. 9 available plays. They beat Dallas on Sunday, which was surprising. I thought Dallas would definitely get that win. They did not. Marina Mabry's 23 points and Elena Smith's first NBA double-double. And like I said, they got this week. They'll be playing the Liberty twice. So I don't know, man. They may split one or they go twice. But it sounds like a setup for them not to be on the top 5 list next week. But they'll probably be number 5 because they lost to a superior team.
That's fair.
Number 2, we got some sun in Connecticut. Hopefully there's some sun this weekend, which I'm hearing it's not up here in Massachusetts. But the Sun got their second victory over the Mystics past week, but then lost their first game of the season to the Liberty. The Liberty made life hard for Alicia Thomas, who scored just 5 points, all on free throws. She had double-double her first 3 games. For now, the Suns stay put in the power rankings. They don't move. Indiana yesterday, and they played Minnesota Thursday, and they played Dallas on Sunday. They'll remain number 2, I feel, at the end of the week after that dub last night. And number 1,
as we expected,
the Aces of Las Vegas.
Taking ass.
Pretty awkward, man.
Taking names.
They received their diamond ring Saturday. And guess what? Guess who else received her ring?
Who that?
Garcia Hamby. Recently spoke about in regards to the situation with the team.
Yeah.
So she was there. They cheered for her. They watched the Aces clobber the Sparks 93-65. This was 2 days after a closer game between the two teams. Los Angeles kept it close the game before. 94-85 was that score. Aces beat Minnesota as well, 94-73. So it's looking like these girls are waiting for the WNBA finals, basically.
Yeah. They on a fast track.
And Jackie Young's lighting it up for this team, man. Besides all the other ones we know, Ozzy Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Candace Parker. Jackie Young is lighting it up 23 points a game while shooting 61.8% of the field, 56.5 from behind the arc. So that's your WNBA top 5. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, they're free games. Go the WNBA app. Go click the WNBA app. Go watch the free games that they have on, man. Hey, it's free. You're not paying nothing. It's no headache. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to download the app, but you do it for 2. You know what I'm saying?
Coach,
it's Kyrie staying with the Mavericks.
Just gamble on the Aces every weekend or every day. Right?
Man, the spread the eagle, Kyrie. It just looks like, man. Kyrie just wants to explore the world. I'm going to say he doesn't re-sign with the Mavericks.
Don't break my heart.
He's going to end up backpacking through Europe.
I think he's going to go to Toronto.
They asked him about it at the table, he says. I don't think Kyrie knows what he wants to do.
He never does. That's the problem with Kyrie. He just never know. He's like Aaron Rodgers before the mushroom room. Like, he just has no idea what he's going to do.
So
more power to him, though.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So, this would allow the NBA players to have all this power so he could just sit there and chill.
Take his time. Because
but look, that lasts as long as you're elite. The second he's not, the second he starts to fall off even a little bit, nobody gonna deal with that shit no more.
Oh yeah, you're right. Saw another trade, Jaylen Brown for Lillard. Someone said, saying too old.
Yeah, look. Well, anymore, he never really was much of a defender to begin with. But what I'll say is this: he's 33. He'll be 33 when the season starts. Mm-hmm. Do I think he has 2 to 3 more years? I say 2 years of what he is right now. I say he has about 2 more of that. Now you can sell your future and sell your soul, and it's a possibility you get a ring. Because I do believe if it was him on the team instead of Jaylen Brown, I think we win this year. If he's healthy. But that's the other problem.
I'm a Mavs fan. Hey, coach, you got a fellow Mavs fan in here, man. Got a fellow Mavs fan. He does not want Kyrie back. Jesse wants to go get Clay and some 3-and-D guys and let Luka cook.
What? It's another Mavs fan? You exist? Shout out to you, brother.
Who D-Lo getting traded for more help for LeBron? Man, F that snitch D-Lo, dog. Let him go.
Yeah, he was on a 1 year, right? He was on his last year, 31 mil for that year. So they're not gonna, unless they sign and trade him, which I doubt, he's just gonna end up walking.
Wouldn't do that at all. And he's a Cowboys fan too, man. You know what I'm saying? He's with the crew.
Double salute, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I know that. He is a Cowboys fan.
And it's from y'all nigga ones?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Salute to you, brother.
We here, man. Cowboys fans up everywhere, baby.
Hold on. I gotta ask this.
I don't know who hurt him, but yes, he's from my
The Cowboys part, I get it. How are you a Mavs fan way up there?
I'm just guessing the right timing with Dirk and them going off.
Okay.
Mm.
Hey, I love
I've been
it,
a
man.
Mavs fan since way back in the day. Definitely.
Hey, Jay, I thought you was going to sleep, man.
Nah, he ain't going to sleep, man. With a chat like this, man.
This man could have did a whole
right
look.
Now.
We are out here. Could have did a whole ass show. Get your ass to bed. And you better not like hop in.
Hold on.
You better not hop into the backstage
When
neither.
you got cold feet, when you got cold feet.
I'm too worked up. Yeah, just love Dirk's game. Remind me of Bird. That makes sense,
bro. That's what I'm talking about.
That's fair.
The big German. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Nah, we ain't offering nothing for that snitch. Let that snitch go.
So that's a good segue. Somebody that actually played with Dirk back in the day is now the new skipper for the Milwaukee Bucks. Adrian Griffin is now the head coach. 48 years old. He's first head coaching gig. So how do you think he does?
Wait, where's he at?
Milwaukee.
I zoned out reading it.
He's a Milwaukee Buck. Milwaukee Bucks signed him. Adrian Griffin.
He's been on the bench with Nick Nurse the last couple of years, right?
Yes.
Well, I hope he has fun when they trade Giannis because he's gonna want out.
Yes, he will.
And that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, too, though. Somebody, I had mentioned the other day.
Shout out to the brother getting the job. But
I had posted this on the group page, and someone commented, "Oh, y'all just like to be funny with narratives and all that." I said, first off, you don't watch as much basketball as me, and I know that for sure. And
get it straight, brother.
Giannis saying basically that he wants him as the coach. It's just smoke. It's smoke. Of course, they're gonna have the best player come out and be courteous about the deal. But in his eyes, he go home to the family like, I got to go. I got to go somewhere else, family. I thought we was gonna stay in Milwaukee, but they're being disloyal to me. They fired my coach, Mike Budenholzer. They about to let my brothers go. Soon as they let one of his brothers go off the roster, you know shit's real. You know what I'm saying?
Now they won't cut them until they trade him because he'll fucking
they're gonna cut one of them. No,
he'll rain down punches.
They'll leave one of them collateral. They're gonna let one of them motherfuckers go.
They can't. I'll be shocked if they do. They can't because the minute they do, he's going to the front office. Yeah, trade me now.
So he's been coaching since 2008. He started as an assistant with the Bucks. He's there for 2 years.
Damn, he been out the league since then. That seemed like he was.
Yeah. Well, he came out and he started playing in '96.
Damn, I feel like he was. I don't know why I felt like he was younger than that.
Celtics ain't moving off from Joe. Joe's gonna be a Celtic at least through next year.
96 to 2008.
That's crazy.
They're gonna pay him that nice $14 million in cash.
Hey,
I hope they pay him not to stay home. It's a bad move.
Huh? You think so?
Trade Jalen and then Brad Stevens can come back to coaching.
Does Monte even want to coach anymore?
I think he's trying to hold out for money.
He didn't want to coach the Pistons. You can't just give up. Hold on. This is the thing, and I've said this about a lot of coaches. You just can't just say, I don't want this job. Who the hell do you think you are?
Who?
Like Derek Carr earlier when we talk about, early in the season, we talk about Derek Carr. Oh, I don't want to go to the Saints. This and that. I'm like, what? Who the hell do you think you are? You in the bottom of the totem pole. You better play on that team. Like, Monty, you better go coach the Pistons. What the hell's wrong with you? If you don't want to coach the Pistons, you don't deserve to coach no team.
I keep telling you, deserve got nothing to do with nothing.
So I didn't realize his son was in the league.
That's what fucked me up. His son also
Griffin.
Yeah, okay, that's who I thought he was.
Adrian Griffin, that's my guy from the Atlanta Hawks. I told you that's my guy. That's what Griffin. I told you this something was gonna be a beast. It's gonna be all right. Oh, come on. Let John Jones go. He's gonna shine.
But I remember Adrian too. I just thought he was younger than what he really is.
Former Celtic ass motherfucker. He's talking about he wants a year off. He gonna be a year off and be on the assistant somewhere on a summer team or something. Go over here.
Wait too long.
He ain't win no championship. Taking a year off. You gonna coach or you not gonna coach?
He folded in 2 Game 7s or 2 elimination games.
That's rough.
And then he get beat by damn near 80 points.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse, they shouldn't have extended him, but I think they did it to try to appease to Jalen, and now they just watch Jalen just crumble, and now I think they're regretting that. So
he had a little hot streak with them for a few months, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna extend him. He's the coach to be." They set themselves up.
They did.
Hey, Masula could be good next year, man. I think he's gonna be better next year.
Sure. I mean, you'd have to be better than what.
You have to
what he just did.
Or should be having that,
in terms of
that 14 from the crib.
Yeah. He got no experience and just got a great job. I just don't understand it.
I mean, you gotta realize too, though, the dude still has like it's still like, and it sucks that it's to say this, but it's still a dream to him. Like he's still in the dream. Like to all of a sudden just be like a coach of like not only like the Celtics, which was one of the best teams in the league, but like a prestige NBA franchise, like a prestige one. Like, so I don't feel bad for him, but I know he's gonna get another chance, and I know he's gonna all summer he's gonna be in school. He's gonna be in school all summer.
I just wonder how many times can the answer to a question be, I didn't have the team prepared before they fire your ass. I
think they give him one more year.
Nah, he's gonna get one more year. And they're gonna lose in the second round of the playoffs, and then it's gonna be it for him. I'm already calling this up to ceiling right now, second round next year.
He's a whole hater.
But Adrian Griffin, shout out to you.
Shout out to Griffin, man.
After 2 years, no Greek. Hopefully you don't get fired and fired.
Probably no Lopez this year too.
Also, I hate to be this guy. But did this play into the black coaches get jobs on sinking ships? Because like that's what it feels like.
You think so?
You said what?
Like well, sometimes black coaches get jobs on sinking ships.
On second ships.
No, sinking ships because
sinking ships. Yeah. That's the norm. Absolutely.
Because Giannis might be on his way out. Lopez is definitely probably not going to sign back now, and that just seems like a whole lot of bullshit. But hey, look. Hopefully he perseveres. Even if Giannis gets traded, he'll get traded for some talent or some picks that'll make it worth it, and then he'll get a chance to coach then.
Just to shoot, shit is terrible. Yep, shit is terrible, man.
Hey, Giannis, we could use a big.
I mean, it's still green the same way.
Y'all can have Jalen. It's cool.
If Giannis ever came to Boston,
y'all can have Jalen and shit. Y'all can have Jalen.
Now, I don't want to see y'all. I burned his jersey last year. I never want to be able one day to say I'm standing next to Giannis, and then he probably knows that I burnt his jersey last year.
They can have Jalen, Smart, and Robert Williams, and whatever picks they want.
Just like that?
Just give them Pritchard
in the streets like that?
I'll pack all their bags.
Give them Pritchard too. It's crazy, dog.
Man, y'all heartless, man.
Heart in trouble, man. Yeah.
In the night, I hear him talk.
That's terrible.
Oh, we ain't so heartless.
Oh man.
Hey. Oh, this is something answer, right? I thought y'all was coming back in game 7. I thought y'all was coming back. Will, y'all come back in the fourth, right? Will, be real. Y'all thought y'all was coming back in the fourth quarter, right?
No.
Be real.
No.
You thought the game was over in the fourth?
I thought
that's cold-blooded.
I thought the game was over at halftime.
Ron throwing up and stuff, B-Rabbit. We got Ron Williams. I think B-Rabbit. He should have traded his ass last year. I told y'all, man. I told everybody this was gonna happen, man. And
to be fair to B-Rabbit, it's about opportunity. He played way less this year. When he plays more, he's more in rhythm. But he's not it, obviously.
Oh man, listen, man. Hope y'all enjoying the party tonight. Like, share, subscribe, man. Sports Talk with Friends, STWF Media on YouTube. You know, we here on the book. You know, for a lot of people that's watching tonight, man. You know, keep tapping, keep sharing. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you see us active, tap in. We are the best show in Texas. We are the best show in Massachusetts. And then we're trying to be the best show in the rest of the states in the country. So
all of that.
Please holler at us. Yeah, I did say that. If you're in Boston and you're watching the show right now, yes, we are the best show. We are the best group. All that.
Tell him.
I'm tooting my own horn tonight for me and the fellas. You know why? Because I can do that. We are the best at what we do.
All of that.
Yes, sir. My man, too.
You know what I'm saying? We're doing this I was 7 years old, man. Newspaper and ESPN on TV. I've been doing this for a long time, son. But the last topic of the night, which I'm going to say it off the jump, it's going to definitely get swept under the rug some way, somehow. But we got to talk about it, man. We talk about people burner accounts. Burner accounts is like the new theme of the generation.
What, KD active again?
KD.
Aliases. Huh?
I said KD active again?
KD active again, yeah.
He's the pioneer of the burner.
KD, yeah. KD's the pioneer of this. But according to FoxNews.com, shout out to the source, the NBA reportedly investigating a Twitter account that may have belonged to NBA referee Eric Lewis. The account replied mostly to tweets involving Lewis, prompting the investigation. When the account was unearthed, it had 0 followers, just followed as 5 other accounts. The NBA, 3 other referee accounts, and the George Mason women's basketball account. Lewis's wife, Vanessa Blair Williams, is the team's head coach. The account was briefly deactivated, but is active again as of Saturday afternoon. It has 702 followers. The user of the account replied to the original burner account allegation saying he was Lewis's brother, Mark. And this is the quote here. Pablo, this is Mark Lewis. Right family. I'm sorry that I put E in the situation, but this ain't Watergate. You're right. The account will be coming soon. Twitter should not be in this vindictive. Sorry to inconvenience you, the tweet said. Now, Lewis has been officiating for 19 seasons. He officiated games during the 2019, 20, and 21 NBA Finals. Few tweets over here. Hold on a second here. Let's see if I can read these. Nothing really saying nothing here. I'm trying to look at some tweets. I don't see nothing crazy. But yeah, a referee is floating around with a burner account on social media. That could be good and bad for the NBA.
Yeah.
If he makes it that way.
So they're gonna deep dive into the account and see what's going on. But yeah.
I want to dig into this account, man.
But you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna bury it. They're gonna act like it was an isolated situation, and they're gonna fire his ass. That's what I think about burner accounts, fellas.
I think he'll be referencing Rockets games, Wizards games, Pistons games, and that's about it. And they kind of did the same last. Oh, hold on, they took the dude earlier in the season. They demoted him from head to just a side chick, basically, for him making a wrong call.
Ooh. So he's been demoted. Oh, okay,
right. Yeah, so this guy's definitely gonna get demoted times 3.
No, I mean, you've been demoted once and you got a burner account. They find anything fishy on that, he's gone. There's no more demotions. My man's gonna be reffing overseas. Like it's over. They won't even let him go to the G League.
Would you ever get a burner account? You ever make a burner account?
I have one for work. Because work cannot see the shit that I do on my real account.
Guilty. I got a professional Twitter and my Twitter.
I post bad stuff. I don't think I post crazy stuff.
Nah, I'm just aggressive at times, and I also post a bunch of memes that are not suitable for work. Yeah. And plus I love comedy, so all my comedy links, like I just posted one in the chat. All my comedy links are just raw, and
Humor can be dark at times.
I work with rich, stuffy, folks, and they're not gonna want to see that shit. So
definitely not gonna want to see that, man. Hey.
But like a burner. The other reason I got a burner account is because I keep getting kicked off of Facebook. But other than that, like for the reasons that like a KD got it, nah, fuck that. If I got a problem. We'll just deal with it. I'm not hiding for shit, except for I'm hiding my shit from other people.
No, so then we can't really bash KD for it though. Why?
No, it's
no basketball player.
It's not the same because he's out there. Hey yo, can you play the link I just gave you? This is what KD's doing. If Coach can play this link,
I got you.
If Coach can play this link, he said, "No way, not you, Will."
Will got a burner account.
This is the shit that KD does, right?
Hit me up on that burner account.
He's like, "Hey, you don't disrespect women. Take this shit down." And I'm not gonna disrespect my mama because I'm scared of her, but I'm smart. I went to a different page and came back as a different person. And I was like, "Listen here, old, you need to mind your mother business." Mario High. So I didn't want to just leave it like that. So I logged back out and came back on myself, right? It was like, "Hey, you ain't gonna be talking to my mama like that." Mama. So then my wife came on there because I didn't know she was even watching it going down. Like, that's my mother-in-law, you creep, right? So I've been wanting to say something to my wife for a long time. So I logged back the fuck out, came back as the other. I was like, first of all, you need to lose some weight. And maybe you should start sucking your husband more for another do it.
Yeah. I agree. All females should be doing that. I agree. All females should be doing that, man.
So my point is
not a sense.
That's the type of shit that KD's doing. He's hopping out, defending himself as somebody else because he doesn't want to take the flack for the shit he's saying, and then hopping back out and agreeing with himself.
Okay, so you're on his burner account, but you're still saying it's Will on the burner account.
What happened? It's still me.
Oh, you're telling the public it's still you.
It's still me. It's just that I don't give my home page, like my page that I deal with everybody, all y'all with, and I go into the chat rooms. I don't give that to Jobs, and Jobs want your social media a lot of times now. Yeah. So when it comes to my social media, I give them my work page with me in a suit, nice suit.
That's why my name is what it is on Facebook and most other things. That's not my government name.
I give them the page with me in the gray suit, and I got three whole friends.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna come like John Morant,
See, and that's why you ain't my friend on my work page. Not on my work page, motherfucker.
Oh man,
because my luck, we'll get into it one day, and I'll forget I'm on my work page, and I'm gonna get fired. Fucking with you.
We're like, Will, can you come there and talk to HR for a second?
Shout out to my job watching this, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta say good job at work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You did this, man. Come through, man. Come right out in the kitchen, man.
That's my dog too.
Who y'all got for shout outs tonight, fellas? It was loud.
Shout out to the plug, man. Definitely the plug, because the plug saves me every time, man. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Without y'all, man, this wouldn't be as epic as it is, man. Shout out to the comments, shout out to the followers, shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. You know, Wednesday nights we usually feel the pin drop on the basketball show. Tonight felt like the regular night, you know what I'm saying? We was atmosphere, you know, play call sheet atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, with the bounce of comments that was coming in. So salute to everybody. I hope I'll see y'all again with even more comments and more support, more love. Love y'all. Ooh to you, you know what I'm saying? Pull your jaw with the gun, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah. I ain't got a gun. I'm gonna act like I got one.
Coach, get your mans, man.
I'm gonna act like I got one.
Hey, shout out to everybody who joined the chat, man.
I do want to afterpay.
Like, share, subscribe, whatever, afterpay, whatever you gotta do. Like, get it in. Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to the brand. And in a landslide, I think the MVP tonight was Jesse Hernandez, MVP of the chat. He was all over it, doing it up. Another Brighton alum.
Goreal talk.
MFFL, baby.
A Brighton kid holding it down.
Jesse, when you start shooting and you learn how to shoot, you gotta make sure it's all night every time. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can advance, you know what I'm saying, to another stage, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that ball hit nothing but the net. You know what I'm saying?
Jesse, you letting this man coach shooting? We gotta get out of here.
No. Jesse coaching me. Jesse coaching me.
Oh, okay, good. Well, then,
Jesse had the flamer.
Then I got some questions, Jesse, about your coaching.
Jesse had the flamer, dog. Jesse come play with the Timberland boots. Come in here with the Jesse come coming with the Timberland boots. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's believe.
Pick and roll, son.
Hey, when did he start coaching your shooting? Was it before or after the championship? That
This before. I was Kobe at that time. I was just chucking shots. You heard?
See, man. See. That means, Jesse, you owe me a championship.
Nah, when you met Kobe, you met Tuco and Kobe with the fro.
Tuco and Kobe. Oh man,
shout out to Bobby, Jake, Daryl, Kerry, Jesse, Nate. If I forgot anybody, my apologies. Yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Kind of sucks because it's like we ain't back until like Monday.
I know. I was already missing the show. Then I had to miss last night's show. We
took a little hiatus Monday.
Yeah, man.
Ain't there UFC this weekend?
Is Jake still awake? Probably, but I'll holler at him and see if there is. There's UFC every weekend. I gotta check the card.
Hey,
If the card's nice, we'll tap out Friday.
One more thing before I leave out, I ain't appreciating people, man. Ain't trying to break bread with your boy, man, and Jamie over here, man. I'm gonna pin it up again, man. I got a DraftLink sports betting group.
Check it out.
Come in. I've been hot the last few days. I'm gonna be funky with y'all.
Oh, I'm hot, man. I'm just broke right now, but I'm down.
So two. I'm gonna throw the link in the group, man. Come through, man. Let's try to make $1 together. Let's be me and Jamie, dog. Jamie be over here throwing 20 people parlays and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she's out there doing her thing, trying to win some cash. So I ain't mad at her, So come through, dog. Y'all sports bet, man. Y'all take it to the next level, man. Come, even if you don't, come show some love. You know what I'm saying? To the crew.
You gonna put it up on your page or in the chat room?
I put it up on the page. I put it up on my page. I put it up on the group page. All
right, I find it.
I'll send it to y'all. I'll send it to y'all the person in the.
All right, good. Now I gotta look. I'm good.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But man, salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go check us out on YouTube, man. Drive that traffic over there for us. Help us figure out these algorithms and get our stuff shared and become part of this journey that we're trying to go on, man. But number love, appreciate everything that y'all have done for us, man. We'll see y'all Monday night for the play call sheet. If not, we might slide in this weekend and do a little.
Might be a tap out. We'll see what happens.
You never know. Whatever the flavor brings, whatever the wind blows. But definitely appreciate it, man. With that,
Titus O'Neal, baby.
Can't bring him nowhere.
Hey, man, everybody, this weekend, I'm turning up this weekend, so y'all can come through.
You starting now?
You know what I'm saying? I can't let y'all know the rest, but we turn up this weekend. We turn up for the next 30 days in June, baby. July, get Nate the hell out of here. Get that Evan the hell out of here. Bring in June. You heard?
We out. Peace.